This is learning. Children learn like this. Children hear language all day. They do not ask, "What is the rule?" They hear patterns. Adults can learn like this too. But many adults do not trust this process. They think learning must feel hard. They think learning must be painful. But the book shows us that learning can be gentle. Learning can be slow and natural. Now let's talk about another idea from the book. Frequency. Frequency means how often something happens. Input must be frequent. One lesson a week, one podcast a week is not enough. The brain forgets. The brain needs reminders. When you hear English every day, your brain keeps the path. Your brain keeps learning. That is why daily listening is so important. That is why daily listening is so powerful. Even 10 minutes a day helps. Short listening is better than no listening. And short daily listening is better than long listening once a week. The book explains that quantity matters. Quantity means amount. You need a lot of English. Not perfect English, not difficult English, but a lot of understandable English. Now, let me speak directly to you. If you listen every day, even when you feel bored, even when you feel tired, your brain is working. You may not feel progress, but progress is happening quietly, without noise, without signs. One day you suddenly understand more. One day a sentence comes out of your mouth easily. That moment did not come from nowhere. It came from input, from listening, from reading, from repetition. So, do not rush speaking. Feed your brain first. Give it input again and again. Try speaking as well, but do not rush it. This is how languages are learned, slowly, naturally, and through understanding. Okay, now we move to the next very important idea in the book. This idea helps us understand what is happening inside your brain when you learn a language. Many learners think language learning is simple. They think it works like this. First, you learn a rule, then you use the rule, then you speak correctly. But the book tells us something very different. Language does not grow like a machine. Language grows like a living thing, like a plant. You do not control every step. You cannot force it. It grows inside you, slowly, in its own way. This book calls this the internal system. Internal means inside. System means an organized way things work together. So, the internal system is the language system inside your brain. You cannot see it. You cannot touch it. But it is there. And it is always changing. Let me explain this very simply. When you listen to English, your brain does not copy sentences exactly. Your brain builds its own version of English. This version is not perfect. It is not the same as a native speaker. It is something in the middle. It is not your mother tongue, but it is not perfect English. It is your English. And this is very important. Your English today is not your English tomorrow. It changes, it grows, it improves. Even when you make mistakes, your system is working. Now let's talk about mistakes more deeply. Many learners hate mistakes. They feel embarrassed. They feel uncomfortable and ashamed. They say, I don't want to speak because I make mistakes. But the book tells us something very important. Mistakes are not random. They do not happen without reason. Mistakes are systematic. Systematic means they follow a pattern. Let me give you an example. Many learners say, he go to work every day. He go to work every day, okay? This is not correct English, but this mistake is very interesting. Why? Because the learner knows many things. The learner knows he go to work every day. The learner understands the sentence. The learner is communicating. The learner just does not add the S. This tells us something important. The learner's internal journey is not finished yet. It is developing, it is growing and improving. Later, after more input, the learner starts to say, he goes to work every day. What changed here? More input, okay? More listening, more exposure. The brain updated the system. This is how grammar really grows. Not by memorizing rules, but by rebuilding the system again and again. Grammar rules can be helpful, but the book explains that rules do not control learning. Rules are not like maps. A map can help you understand a city, but you do not learn a city by reading a map. You learn a city by walking in it, by driving in it. Language is the same. Rules explain language. Input builds language. This is very important. Rules explain language. Input builds language. This is very important.